Well, we've tried other Sebastian tactics. Let's just throw a third one in there, shall we? This is the Sebastian 4231 version 3 Surmount double DM IFSS for 2340. There's really nothing on the Steam Workshop, unfortunately. More balanced attack and defense is all it says. But like I said, we've tried two of his tactics before. We're going to try this one. I actually have another one that I'm going to give to you in a couple of weeks or a couple of days. I don't know yet. But right now, I'm in standard 4-2-3-1. As you can see, sweeper, keeper, and support. Two wingbacks on either side in support. Ball playing defenders and defend. A DM in support. Another DM in support. Inside forwards on attack on both sides. An attacking midfielder in attack centrally. And an advanced forward in attack up front. It is a Sebastian style, positive mentality. In possession, attacking with its fairly wide. Approach play, pass into space, overlap on the left and right, and play out of defense. Passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher. Low crosses, work the ball in the box, and run at defense. Whew. And in transition, there we go. Counter press, counter, distribute quickly, and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Now, how did it do for our three teams? As you can see, I mean, Tottenham did 9th, so they were really not that great. 63 points, thereabouts. Not fantastic. Middle of the road for them, maybe. Newcastle at 67, a little on the higher side. Not too bad, 4th place. Again, all these tactics really depend on how all the other teams do. Aston Villa kicking some serious butt right there. 73 points, though. Not too bad. Man City at 80, Liverpool on 74, so it's really on the lower side for them. But Wolves at 65 doing a fairly good job. But, I mean, in the end, Newcastle's Champions League spot, Wolves are in Europa League spot, Tottenham are just cruising down south. So not all that great for them. Newcastle's schedule, not too shabby. I mean, you got 2 losses in the first month. Nothing until this Man City loss on the 19th of October. But overall, the first half of the season is very nice. A lot of greens. 1-4 loss in the EFL Cup third round to Fulham, not great. FA Cup, you continue on. You're continuing. Wow, all the way to the FA Cup final against Chelsea. A sad 0-0 penalty draw. Well, I guess penalties all the way to Newcastle's bank, but they do get a final and they do get the cup. So that is one in the books. April looks awful. A lot of draws too. Wolves schedule, I mean, not too bad. Not a great August. You got some stuff there, but you got a lot of green. I mean, overall, fairly spotty. Look at this. Red, green, yellow, green, red. So, I mean, not too bad for Wolves, but you do lose out in the EFL Cup semifinals to Manchester City. And then FA Cup all the way to the quarterfinals against Chelsea. We know what happens with that, but wow, this end of run is exactly what you would expect to see once you're out of all the cups. You've got greens galore, points all over the place. Tottenham actually looked pretty fantastic all the way through the first half. Champions League, you're cruising. You got a couple Premier League losses, not too bad. But second, I mean, it still looks fairly nice in the second half. You do lose out. Champions League round of 16 right there. It's EFL Cup semifinals, you lose out to Arsenal. 1-1 at home and then 2-3 away from home. Champions League, though, round of 16. You do continue through quarterfinals against Manchester City, and you're continuing through that as well. Amazing. Unfortunately, Liverpool do drop you out. It is a very English second half of the Champions League. But 2-4 at home and then 4-3 win at Anfield. That's a fantastic result at Anfield. But the league, unfortunately, itself, not all that great. Transfers for Newcastle, you do have a bunch. Theo from Real Madrid, Gonzalez from Valencia, Kai Kennedy we've seen, Steven Bergwijn from Ajax, 42 million. Wow, that's a big one. And Saul from Atletico on loan, not even a fee on that one. That was a pretty good deal. Westendorf out to Wigan for 28k. Miguel Almiron to Tottenham for 43 million. That's a fantastic move right there. Interesting. Mark Gillespie out to Crystal Palace for 1.4. Wolves, nothing we haven't really seen before. Manafá comes in from Porto. Podence goes out to Brighton. Tottenham definitely doing some business. Almiron, as we've seen from Newcastle. Tony Weston, we've seen Grifo from Freiburg for 9.5 million, and Ziyech from Chelsea on loan with a 215k total fee. Data Hub for Newcastle. Look at this. Look at these numbers. General performance overall is fantastic. I mean, decent defensively. They're almost hitting the Premier League average on some of these numbers, but the attacking side is just massive. Look at that. Wolves doing a pretty good job themselves in attack. I mean, very strong numbers here. Some obviously shot percentage, dribbles per game, fouls against per game, not all that great. Defensively, on the other hand, I mean, Premier League average for about half the numbers, a little more than half, and then some numbers just seriously need to be brought up. And then Tottenham, good in attack, shaky in defense, a lot poorer numbers in attack. Defense-wise, not too bad. I mean, some numbers, tackling attempts per game is higher, so you definitely still could bring the defensive side up a bit, but it's the attacking side they really just failed to get into. Squad-wise, Newcastle, always remember, pause where you want to see your players. They have a lot of green, though. Wolves squad looking pretty fantastic themselves. I mean, we saw their last 5 games, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And then Tottenham, I mean, their average ratings are not too bad, actually. A lot less green in the last 5, though. And as we take a look at the Premier League stats, most goals, Newcastle with 97, Wolves with 76, Tottenham at 63. All of them in there, which is nice to see. Tottenham, fewer shots against in 6th, and Wolves up there as well. Most possession, Tottenham. Dribbles made, you've got Tottenham in there. So finally, we got someone in that category. Fewest conceded, Tottenham and Wolves. Most shutouts, Newcastle and Tottenham. And tackles won, Tottenham and Wolves. So more the defensive side, but no pass completion. Most shots for Wolves, and then Newcastle, and then Tottenham. And then most points per game, Newcastle and Wolves, as you would expect. Player overview, though, Raul Jimenez with 26 goals. Isaac with 23, and Kane with 20. I mean, Kane's 20 is not too great for some of his averages, but most assists, St. Maximin with 17, Trippier with 15, Son with 10, and Traore with 9. Traore finally getting in the mix. Most player in the match awards, though, Harry Kane with 5. Not too bad. 6.88 average rating, though. Ouch. Pass completion, Handanovic, Lloris, and Sa are in there. Most dribbles made. Nobody fewest conceded. You got Handanovic in there. Most shutouts, Hugo Lloris. And most tackles won. Nobody. Most key passes, Trippier and Sarabia as usual. Finally, Sarabia is back up towards the top. Isaac and Traore with most shots. Again, Traore is doing somewhat well this time around. Newcastle in all competitions, top goal scorer is Isaac. Zielinski with 725 highest average rating. Trippier and St. Maximin with 19 assists apiece. Wow. Zielinski with 5 player of the match awards. Jimenez, 33 whopping goals. It's a fantastic tally for him. And Wolves just did fantastic overall anyway. Sarabia, 737 highest average rating. 11 assists for Traore. Jimenez and Sarabia with 6 player of the match awards. Johnny with 2 red cards. Why am I not surprised? And then Harry Kane, 34 goals in all competitions. That is a great number there. Premier League average, though, But Son, 710. Son, 13 assists. Harry Kane, 7 player of the match awards. Overall, definitely probably not the one to try out with Tottenham. Newcastle and Wolves, yeah, try it out. See what it's like. If you like the 4-2-3-1, it's a good starting place. I definitely think your own personal touches need to be in there somewhat to kind of grow these numbers. These point tallies are not fantastic, and you definitely need to do a couple of pieces for each team to kind of increase them a little in the standings. So anyway, that is it for me, Sebastian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.